I'm not sharing screen.
That's okay.
Okay. So
Good. Okay. Hey team, I'm just doing this training tonight. It's a new consultant and also relaunching consultant training. And the reason I'm calling it that is because I get a lot of concerns about how I work from home virtually, how that works along with parties. Also, sometimes I think a lot of us are making it a little too complicated, the business. So I just wanted to break it down in a real simple manner and what I do, and hope that helps a lot of you. There's a lot of training that we have available on the party system and how to do the party system. So I'm not going to focus on that too much. I'm going to go more into the virtual aspect of things. And what I want you all to know is that I don't have loads of free time. So I'm a mom of 4, and I homeschool, and I started this business working full time. So I would work this business at night when I got off work. I would work it on Saturdays and Sundays when I was off from work, on holidays, or whatever free time I had is how I launched my business. So it wasn't like I had loads of free time. I still don't, honestly. I still, throughout the day, have to plan my day in order to figure out how I'm going to do Arbonne. And I did a training on time management. I just posted that in the group, so you can go ahead and watch that. And it'll give you some quick tips on how to plan your week and how to schedule your $1 million business into your week. What I wanted to go into was how awesome our team has been doing. So we are so close to region that I can, they say smell the leather, but I know we're going to do it this year, and I'm excited about that. And so I just want to make sure that we're duplicating well. I want to see all of you, district manager, area manager, regional vice presidents, this year coming up, and it's very possible. So I'm going to show you, if you want to make money, and if you want to help people get well, and if you want to promote, this is what you have to do. And so I'm going to make it really simple for you. And I printed out one of my favorite sheets that I use, and it's so easy. And if you get sidetracked easily like me, this is what I use. So I'm going to show you this. This is the Arbonne 40 Faces chart. Mine's filled in, so I had to print a new one blank because I didn't want to call all my people out here that I've talked to so far. But it's September 1st, okay? So September 1st today, at the end of the night, or you could fill this out or as you're going. But as you can see, there's 40 faces here, and there's spots for names. And so these 40 faces represent anyone that I met at a presentation, anyone I did a one-on-one with, or anyone that I gave a sample to. So basically, this is anyone that has heard my Arbonne story. Okay, so anyone that's heard my story, they get a little mark here. My goal every month is to reach 40 people a month. So some of you might be thinking, that's a lot of people. And this isn't asked. This isn't how many people I ask a month. This is how many people talk to me. Okay, so haven't ignored me, just listen to the story. So typically with Arbonne, what you would do, or pretty much any other MLM, is you would throw parties, right? So you would have a party, and you would invite, say, 5 people. So you see how they're in these blocks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people in a block. So you would want to have 8 parties a month to fill out this whole chart. And as you can imagine, 2 parties a week would kind of get exhausting. And like I mentioned before, that would be really hard for me when I started with my schedule. So what we did virtually was we started to make this more of a virtual one-on-one presentation. And so what I do, and what I've trained the team to do, is you could still do 2 parties. So say if I do 2 parties a month, which I recommend, you can knock out, say, 2 blocks of these. If 10 people show up, you can knock out 10 people in one party, whatever it is. I had events. I was doing classes once a month. I would have 10, 15, 20 people show up at these classes and knock out half this in one shot. And that's how I really went area. I did 3 of them, and then I qualified for area like that probably the second month, the second one I did. But so you could do it that way. What I do between those 2 parties a month is I talk to people individually online. Okay, and we're going to do a training specific to online. But all you're doing is you're going to write a list down. This is for the new people. You're going to write a list of 100 people. And you always, always, always have a list of 100 people. So if you're new, if you're relaunching, You write a list. I have a list. Jen has a list. Everybody, Stacy has a list. Carrie, I think she has a list. All the people who do well on the team, they always have a list. They're always adding to it. They're working from a list. You keep track of your people, right? And as I go down the list and I introduce people to Arbonne and they respond, that's one of your people. They can mark it off. So virtually online, you want to record a video, let's say, of your story. So your testimony with the 30-day, your testimony with the RE9 skincare, your testimony with the business. Now, some of you that are new may not have the testimony yet. You might have just started. You might be like deathly afraid like Jen and I were. Sorry, Jen. You know, Jen and I were like extremely introverted, afraid people. You wouldn't have caught me dead on this webinar when I started Arbonne. Like, honestly, like, no, that's why I was virtual, right? But Arbonne changes you. So now I can do them and I get recorded and I just never watch it again. And that's fine. So we have them pre-recorded for you to use. And so we've done one for each of the lines, the skincare, the nutrition, and a discover. And we have an ultra video that we use as well. So we have certain videos we use. And so I just posted them in the group the other day. And so you're going to ask someone to take a look at Arbonne. Okay, so we have a few asks. I've read them before, but your sponsor will send you kind of the basic outline of it and what it should look like. For the business, if you lead with the business, I say something like this. So say Susie. I might say, hey, Susie, I'm running out the door, but I wanted to message you real quick. I'm writing you because I wanted to let you know that I started a health and wellness business, and I'd like you to take a look at my products, okay? Would it be okay to add you to my private sampling group? So most people are going to say yes. That's kind of an indirect one I use. And then you say, okay, and you add them to the product page, the Discover Arbonne page. You tag them in some photos, give them a day maybe to look it over. And the next day you say, you know, did you get to look at the products? Were you interested in the 30-day, the skincare, anything that, you know, did anything pop out at you? And they might say, yeah, I really enjoyed, I thought that nutrition thing was really awesome. I've been wanting to lose weight. I didn't know how. Bam. Now you send them your 30-day video. If you don't have your own, you use ours. They watch it. That's one of your people. Okay, so it's really simple. The parties will knock the list out quicker. The one-on-ones will go slower. So that's why I recommend you mixing it if you can. So virtual, use it between parties. Okay, your first party, your sponsor will do for you. Your second party, your sponsor comes and you do the presentation, but your sponsor's there for you to fall back on. After that, you should be good to go. We have tons of recordings of them, tons of trainings. I mean, you can watch hundreds of these videos to tell you how to do it, but we use a script. We make it really simple. So you don't have to have anything memorized. It's just fun. So I want to encourage you to keep the business very fun. You know, have a good time. Don't stress out over it. And I do promise you that if you do these 40 faces, that you can promote very fast, pretty quickly, honestly. Now, you know, depending on how many hours a week you're going to work, you know, your goals might change. So most of you, if you're new, you've done a business plan that gives your hours you're going to work, your money goals. And so your sponsor will map out with you a plan on how to achieve your goals, how many people to reach a month. If you're been on the team a while, you probably haven't done a biz plan, just do one. I would encourage you to do one and still send it to one of us. Because without that, we don't know how to help you. And we still don't know how to help you, you know, relaunch and all that kind of stuff. So that's my suggestion on that. I fall really heavily on that Discover Arbonne group for virtual and the videos. And so when I send someone the video, I make it real simple, but I'll say, if I send you a video about the 30 days, will you watch it? And so if they say yes, I say, great. When can you watch it by? They say Sunday at 5 p.m. I say, okay. If I call you Monday morning at 9 a.m., would you watch the video? Yes. Okay, great. I'll call you, you know, so you confirm it a few times. Like one yes is not, you know, how many times, right? I mean, I've done that. Like, will you watch it? Sure. Every week I'm harassing these people, you know, did you watch it? Did you watch it? And it's like, no, I didn't have time. No, my dog died. No, my uncle got sick. I got married, you know. So people are always going to have an excuse, and that's okay. And the other thing that I want you to remember is you have to know that there is going to be rejection in this business. And there's also going to be people who say no. There's going to be people that ignore you. And so it's never going to be this, everybody said yes to me. Everybody just jumps on board to my business. Everybody just wants to do everything with Arbonne that they can. There's going to be times that people are going to reject you. And you know what? It may be a lot of people. You know, I sent out, I want to say 25 asks today. I think 24 people told me no, rejected me. I think I got one person, maybe two people that were interested. So, you know, honestly, like, we're all human. By 12 o'clock, I was like, okay, like, what's up? No one likes me today. And you start to feel bad, you know? And so mindset is so important. And I think with this business, you have to watch those mindset trainings. You have to do it. I listen to, you know, a couple a week. We'll post them in and out of the group. One of the most important things I would do is go on SoundCloud. That's an app. And follow Donna Johnson. She does calls. I love hers. I mean, that's the one I always get hers on Saturday, if nothing else. And we do a lot of trainings too as well. Sandra has a website that has every single thing that you need to launch and start. So anything that you need is on there, but you need to lean into your sponsor for help when you're launching and when you're relaunching. So, you know, if your sponsor is like seeming annoying to you, or they're being obnoxious or whatever it is, it's just because they've done the mistakes and they want to help you grow. And you really do need them. And it's okay. I mean, I bug Sandra every 5 minutes. Like, I don't know anything, and that's all right. So I bug her, and she's bugging someone else, I'm sure. So that's what we do on our team. So we all lean on each other. We're a big family, and it's okay. And I just wanted to put that out there and get a quick start. I really, really hope in September that, you know, our goal would be 35,000. So we've reached 31, might have 32,000 in April. When we got back from GTC, we like kicked butt. And we got so many new people coming on. I'm hoping for a goal of 35,000 so we can kind of break that threshold in September. So I need you guys for this. And I think we're all going to promote, and it's going to be super exciting, and we're going to get pay raises. And this is what's going to get you there. So I want everybody to print this out. I'm going to post it, and I want to have you guys start using this. And maybe what we'll do is we'll like have some fun with it towards the end of the month, post them and see, you know, who can fill it out the fastest and stuff like that. So we're going to come up with that. But there's a lot of incentives too going on. Arbonne has that cash bonus program that they're adding for Christmas money, which is awesome, which is cool. Sandra's got something. She's got something brewing. She's doing some kind of special. Sandra's always giving something away. Okay, she didn't post it yet, but she's got a $100 cash bonus. So you could get your regular bonuses, money from Sandra, and money from Arbonne. Just saying. It's awesome. So I'm going to have Jen open up the microphones, and we'll see if we can get some questions. If you guys have any questions, let's ask them on here with everybody, because I bet a lot of people are thinking the same things. Plus bonuses, right. And there's a Strong Start program too if you're brand new, where you can earn vouchers to Arbonne and RE9 set. Hello, that's tons of, it's like $700. I think it's still $700 voucher and RE9 set, plus other ones along the way. Stacy earned them all, so if you need some, just ask Stacy. She earned everything. Stacy rocked it. You guys have any questions about launching or team stuff?
I have a question about the classes that you said you were teaching with a bunch of people.
Yeah.
How did you get that going?
So I actually did them at my church, and what I did was, so I can't sell there, so I actually created my own script that doesn't sell, and I used it as like a nonprofit, like educational script, and then I would get lead cards when I was there, and then I would sell when I went home. So, but we had like 25 people. One time I had like 30 people. We had to get like another table. They would show up in droves for it. So
it was called an Eating Clean 101.
Yeah.
Class, and what it did is actually taught people, you know, what eating clean is, what toxins are, what they do to your body. So and then we led up to, once we educated them on eating clean and what it's about, what it means, we led them up to at the end, we're like, and here's how, we learn to eat clean, simple. Carrie, as a health coach, uses it for her clients. We found that it's very overwhelming to try to change your lifestyle. So Arbonne came out with a kit. It's a 1, 2, 3 easy way. And this is offered to you at 40% off. We have so that's how we approached it there. We have so many different, depending on your venue, then we have different scripts that kind of go with that.
Yeah.
So if you have an audience that you're like, hey, I want to get in front of this group of people, go to your sponsor, go to your manager and say, hey, what's the best way to do this? Because we want to make sure we comply with Arbonne as well as the venue. A lot of companies will want they want to get their employees healthier.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, I'd love for you to come talk to my employees about getting healthy. So it was a way for us to teach them, but then also say, like in Arbonne, here's a simple way to learn this.
Yeah.
We had them sign up and we followed up with them. So always, if you have any venues like that, go to your sponsor, go to your manager. We have a script for you.
Yeah. We did, I did a couple at workplaces like that, like employee, I think 3 employee parties, get well and healthy. They did workshops and the employees would get signed off for something for their health insurance, for showing up to a nutrition class. And I did some of those. We did one at a gym. So we've got all kinds of scripts actually for different venues we could definitely show you guys. So, and they're fun. So
That sounds great.
yeah. Anyone else? Did that make sense, the whole virtual idea between the parties? And you could see why parties do help you a bit, because you could knock out more of that 40 faces. And this 40 faces is to go fast. So if you wanted to go DM in 2-3 months, you would do that 40 faces and it would happen.
Do they know how to use the sort their list yet? Or this is, by the types of people, and have you?
Yeah, we've got, we have training on Sandra's site. I think most of you have seen it, but we did videos as well that I'll post. And it has how to sort your list, hot, warm, cold market. I have a mosquito biting me as I'm talking. So. Hot, warm, and cold market, and the ask. So all that's on Sandra's site. So I kind of blew over it fast, but we could send you the link because we already did those trainings, 3 videos.
Do you want to know the challenge before I post it?
Yeah, tell us. Yeah, come on, secret challenge.
Okay. So in addition to the Arbonne cash that you could earn, because the way that is, and if you don't understand it, it's pretty awesome. That's over an accumulation over 3 months of your volume. And even though those numbers look big, what we want you to remember is anyone you sponsor during September, October, November, when you bring them into the business, their numbers count towards that number as well.
That's awesome.
So their numbers through that whole 3 months from their sales counts towards your volume.
Mm-hmm.
So you might look at it and go, 27,000, that's a lot, but actually it's between you, your preferred clients, and anyone new that you bring in. Now, I have a team, but those numbers won't count towards me. I have to bring in new people.
Everybody's even in this.
Yeah, so everybody's even. So the reason Arbonne does that is to encourage us to work our own business and not depend on someone else to drive our business. Yes, I get paid a small percentage for helping people promote, but the truth is you always want to be working your central business direct to you so that you have a strong business and your paycheck is bigger.
Yeah.
It's always bigger to directs. So I just want to make sure you guys are confident in that and understand that, because it's so doable. Don't look at that number and think it's so big.
Mm-hmm.
And the way you do it is by bringing in new people in the business. So I'm sure Carrie and your managers will talk to you about the one-on-ones and doing that, because that is where you get to share what we're doing, share the skips of Arbonne. So don't get overwhelmed by it. We have scripts that you can practice and things like that. But here's the challenge on top of that, okay, on top of what Arbonne's offering you for those months, on top of your commission, you're going to get paid for sale and things like that. This is for September only. Who disappeared on me? Let's see.
I'm here, don't worry.
Okay. So this is for September only, and I'm letting you guys know before I post it. It's called a 3 and 30 challenge. And it's what you need to do to earn your $100 for September. Sponsor 3 consultants during the month of September who have 250 EQB, which is a personal order, okay? So in that month, okay? And hold 2 launch parties with that new consultant. Does that make sense? So it's not just signing them up. Now, your launch parties can be virtual. We're going to say, because if you happen to sign up a consultant that lives in another state, don't worry. Because they can do the party and you can zoom in with this technology. And if you're new, don't worry because your sponsor can do it with them. So just get your sponsor involved in that because they can actually do their own party. You can be like in their living room with the Zoom and watch and run the party for them. So totally what this basically does is saying you're going to bring in 3 new people in the business and help them do 2 launches each. So not just sign them up. It's not just about that. It's about helping them launch and get their business growing.
Nice.
Because think about this. When you do this, guess what else it's going to do? It's going to help launch you into earning that $500 from Arbonne, right?
Plus,
So
you probably promote if you're not a district manager yet.
You're going to promote to your next levels. So the PCs, so if you have current preferred clients who are thinking about the business, they're just not sure, maybe they become consultants. So when they upgrade to consultants in September, they would count as a new consultant for you. Okay, they just would need to place the 250 order, initial order, to get credit for it and go ahead and put their launches on your books. So the key to this business, guys, and I promise you it is real. I could show you my paychecks. They're $10,000. You know, like right now I'm making an average of $10,000 a month and I'm working 10 hours a week. And that is from consistently working this business. We are so close to nation. What that means is when the regions start promoting, we'll go nation. Their paychecks will double, your paychecks will double because you're going to be promoting too, and so mine will too. So I tell you this because I want you to imagine what $20,000 a month would do for you and your family. We're working 10 hours a week. Okay, so that is real, and that's the gift of Arbonne. I want you to know it's real. But this is how you start it, by talking to people and bringing them into your business, sharing the gift. Now, our job is not to convince people. Our job is to make sure they understand what they're saying yes or no to. That's why the presentation and your story is so important, because they get to decide, do they open the gift? We have a gift. We want to give it to them. We want to share it with them by educating them and letting them make the best decision for them. So when they open that gift, we're going to say they do their 2 launch parties, okay? So when they sign up as a consultant and open their gift to Arbonne, you've got 2 launch parties on your books for them. So that's going to help. So if you do that, the end of September, you will get $100 cash from me. Okay?
Booyah! That's a lot of money on the table this month.
So think about what potentially, so not just the cash, but you guys, $500 in November, and they're doing that so you can have holiday cash. You're going to get $500 at the end of November from Arbonne, because if you do this challenge, this is going to launch you into that type to win that bonus, to go ahead and earn that $500, because this is how you do it, because you will get credit for all their sales, those 3 consultants. So anyway, what do y'all think?
I kind of need that because I got a lot of kids to buy gifts for.
So it's a fun way. You're doing your business. It's just a fun way, so I can bless you guys with that. But it's going to give you a little more encouragement to go, hey, when you are trying to talk to people and you're a little like, hey, I'm a little frustrated, I don't want to pick up that phone. Can you just envision a little $100 bill right there? And pick up that phone. So I just wanted to, I'm going to post that in our group. I wanted you guys to be the first ones to hear. So it's like,
oh, we're so special.
Did y'all special?
You rock.
So Sandra.
Yes.
So we would need to probably bring in those new consultants by 2nd to 3rd week tops so that we can book their launch parties by September 31st.
Yes. Do you have to actually not just, you don't just have to book them. You need to do them. Yeah. And remember, remember a lot, y'all don't make launch parties like this. I mean, yeah, they're great, but you don't have to plan a launch party a week away. Like, I will tell you the best parties I've ever done is when I just call, hey, 5 girlfriends up or as many as I need to get my 5 yeses or 6 yeses or how many. I'm like, hey, Sarah, this is Sandra Connell. Like, I am super excited about what I'm doing now in my own business. My business launch, my grand opening is, you know what, on Saturday, which is 3 days from now. I know. Can you come over? I just want to tell you more about what I'm doing. It's
Make it simple.
a glass of wine. I just want you to hear what I'm doing. I would love to have you part of it.
Easy.
Boom. That's what. Don't make it so hard, and don't make it like I got to plan this for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Because the launch party. That's why you want to have 2, right? So try to make it like that. Stacey, you're the best at parties. So
Stacey's good.
Yeah. And I mean, just make it like exciting and celebrating. And it's not about taking every order that night. It's about, I'm announcing what I'm doing. I want you to hear about it because what you're going to do is those people listening to your story are going to maybe join their team right away. You know, you don't have to, as a new consultant, you don't have to know anything about this business because your sponsor will help you and your upline will help you. You just need to let people know about it because if you don't, I'll tell you what happens. Someone else will.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. I'm not kidding. It happened to me and it happened several times. I'm like, ugh. Because
it happened to me twice. One of my good friends signed up with Arbonne. Hey, I signed up with Arbonne. You ever heard of them? I'm like, what? I sell Arbonne.
But see,
when I started.
It was my fault because I didn't tell her.
Exactly.
I was dealing with the fear, and you still deal with the fear and all that. But it's a gift. If you guys that are new, that you know that this is a gift. I promise you may not see it right now, but I promise you, it's bigger than you can ever imagine right now. It will bless you and your friends. Just passionately share what you know, and you can even be honest with them. Like, look, I just know I love the people I'm involved with. I've researched it. I love the product so far. I'm not an expert, but I've got people in this business with me to help. I would love for you to hear about it.
Mm-hmm.
Do that. Be simple and honest with them about it.
Yeah, that's good. And always, there's so many of us on the team, if you need anything, you can reach out to any one of us to get launched, to get started. I mean, we help people all the time on the team. So, don't be afraid of that. Don't be afraid to reach out. That's the biggest thing I would say.
Yeah. Don't be afraid. We actually
love all of you. Any other questions? Stacey got some?
I think another thing with the launches, what do they call it? Like no muss, no fuss or something. It's like, hey, come on over. I'm going to share this information. It's like, don't get your house like spectacular. You don't have to wait for the perfect day. Mm-hmm. Just make it spontaneous and make it fun and have some protein balls and fizz, and then people just want to hear about it.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have to be a big dramatic thing. Yes.
Right. And you'll have a script. Your sponsor will share the script with you, but your sponsor will do that for you. All you have to do is share your why. Just practice that and make sure your sponsor will give you notes on that, how to prepare your 60-second or 3-minute story, because that's all people want to know. Why is Stacey doing this business? Right. And if Stacey's doing it, that she wants to, retire young and, do this for other people or help her family, they're like, hey, I want to help my family, so that's really what it is. Don't worry about learning everything because we learn as we go.
Yep. And I've done a lot of launches recently where, the first party's local for your local friends, and then you do a second party virtual for, a lot of us like in Charleston have moved here from other places. So you can do a virtual one and then invite all the people from where you used to live, or, if you're military and you move a lot. We understand that, and that's why, our team's so versatile. We've got people all over the country. I mean, just looking now, we met Stacey. She lived in Washington, and Jen's up in Pennsylvania, So, we're just all over, which I love. So, anyone else?
Put Vegas on your calendar.
Oh, yeah. Come to GTC. We're so fun.
Hey, you guys tell them real quick, the new consultants, what GTC is and why it's important.
Yeah. So GTC is our global training conference, and it's in Las Vegas in April every year. And we all go. It's super fun. They do new product launch, which I freak out at every year. So I'm always screaming, and all the new products get launched there. We have some amazing, the MVPs, so the millionaires in the company come and speak, and we also get product training, and we have fun. We have a white party, so if you're an area manager by then, you get to go, and it's all white, and oh my gosh, it's all like free-range chicken and this buffet of all this food, and there's fireworks, and there's a live band. It's like the most banging party I've ever been to, and it's around the pools at MGM. Dude, it's awesome. Like, you do not want to miss it. It's so much fun. And I'm not like a Vegas girl, but I turn into one in April every year. It's so much fun, right? I'm like, this is sweet. And, Arbonne just treats us like queens and kings for the guys on the call, kings and queens, for like 3 days over the weekend. So we all go, we make it affordable. We all get rooms and share rooms. So we split the costs. If you're a new consultant, it's $99 to register. So you get that's a really good price. And every year, they give us a chance to earn our registration as well, which is awesome. So, and you can pay payments. Basically, they make it so that you can get there, so
And
save up for that one.
It's a tax write-off for your business.
Yeah.
Everything, your plane ticket, you do pay your expenses, but this is the total tax write-off for your business. And I have to say, if the first time I went to GTC, because I've been in this company for 8 years, and that's how I knew I'd been given a gift. It really didn't click for me. It really doesn't resonate until you actually see, and hear other people's stories and know all the professionals. I mean, people do Arbonne because we do Arbonne because we choose to do Arbonne, not because we have to, and not because there's nothing else we could do. There's just nothing else like it around. It's the best gig in town. I mean, where else do you have the potential to earn this kind of income without any risk, without a huge investment? So the GTC makes everything real. You get to meet the home office, and they do spoil us, and we celebrate together. The training is phenomenal. I can go on, do whatever it takes. If you have to start saving money now in a little secret spot, because I'm telling you right now, it will help you realize that you've been given a gift with Arbonne, and you will never quit this business.
Hey, real quick, Sandra, you have less than a minute, so I just want to let you guys know.
Oh yeah, we got to close because we're going to end our session here.
Jen, thanks, because
Sorry.
Not to cut you off, Sandra.
I know, I'm sorry.
You should have stopped me before.
All right, so we'll end the call, and if you have any other questions, just post them in the group. This is recorded, so we'll repost it, and I'm going to post the 40 faces, and I'm also going to post a few videos for you to watch. But I'm super excited because I know we're going region, and I know that we're going to promote all of us, and it's going to be so much fun. And thanks for the added bonus, Sandra.
Yeah.
I'll be earning that bad boy. You can write that
Carrie.
down. What?
Carrie, it's closing time. You will promote.
That's right. I'm going to post that funny video too.
All right, bye.
All right, have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.